Okay, is it possible to hear me? Because I was speaking for like 2 minutes and I'm not sure if if people could hear me. Okay, nice. So I was speaking, but I had muted microphone. So let's start over. My name is Michael. I am PHP developer. I'm Replit Rep, and I also do other stuff like Haskell or Rust. Uh, my biggest project in PHP was PHP framework, so I work a lot in the language, and I think I have stuff to share. Why PHP? This is a question we get a lot, and that is why on earth would you want to use PHP in 2022? It's actually really simple. The language is just fine. I mean, oh, hello. The language is really simple. It doesn't have that much syntactic stuff. It's based on simple concepts and it has really nice ecosystems, like building websites, which we won't cover today, but in the next event, is really fine in PHP. However, there are what I was wanted to say. Yeah, there are. Wait a second. Yeah, the language, as it was designed for PHP, sorry, for web applications, it's actually very versatile. You can use it as a regular scripting language, like you would use Python or stuff. Another thing is that the language itself is just no. So language has a lot of hidden gems, and you will find some cool stuff in the language, such as cool functions and stuff. But yeah, let's for now skip the PHP because I think if you will like the language, you will use it. If no, you will stick to your favorite language. So yeah, I just wanted to say that PHP is way better than it was years ago. PHP is almost 30 years old, and during that time, it really evolved. So yeah, let's go and start writing PHP. Yeah, hello everyone. So we are going to use Replit because Replit is way easier for me to show, and you will all be able to replicate my environment. So yeah, I'm just going to create a new REPL from this PHP CLI template. You have to use the CLI because if you will use the web server, it won't work. Or it will work, but you will have to create. Yeah, you can use Replit in mobile phone, which is another really cool. Advantage of Replit. So we are going to create a new Replit. As we can see, if it loads, yeah, we get this simple PHP code. And this is how you implement Hello World in PHP. No, actually, it's like this. This is probably the easiest language to implement Hello World in. And why? The thing is that PHP was designed as a templating language. If you have ever created a website, you've probably stumbled across Jinja or some template engines. So you know that you can write regular HTML. Yeah, I can't. I'm coding. I'm learning PHP today, so that's why I'm coding. So you can basically write like regular HTML and put some kind of code inside. So this way we can basically write anything and it will print. So if I write something, it will print. And the main advantage is that we can inside of this put our PHP code. However, that's not what are we going to use today. By this, you basically open PHP. You say, here I'm starting with PHP. And if I write hello world here, it won't work because this is not PHP syntactically correct. But yeah, if I write hello world here, it will work. but that's just to explain how does PHP work. We combine PHP, which is like a scripting language, with some other text, so we can embed language inside. But that's not our case for today. So that's just to know why every PHP code we will be writing today will start with this lower than question mark PHP. It's just to say we are using PHP. It's one of the problems, but also that switch kit. I'm today learning PHP. I'm learning the language, so I won't be. But at the end, I will code probably calculator or something simple to show the language. But that will be like an hour or two. Okay, cool. So now we will stick with this. What is this? Okay, we have PHP. We started writing PHP. So if we want to actually write hello world, we do it with this command echo. Echo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Echo. And echo basically outputs what we provide. In this case, we've provided string. So yeah, this basically is string. That's that set of characters. We use double braces or like regular braces. Oh, what's this? It's recommended to use this kind of braces because they look better, and I don't know, it's standard, so use them. And yeah, as you can see, it works. So this is hello world. We can also do commands by this double, I don't know what name of the character, but you know, like regular C syntax for creating yeah, I also forgot to mention that if you have any questions, ask please. So this is basic print hello world statement. We can do also comments like this is my first PHP program, and this won't evaluate, it's just comment. It's great for like development. You can explain your code. So yeah, there is also this way of writing comments, which let us do multi-line comments. So we can do like hello, and this is still comment. And yeah, there is also third way of writing comment, and that's using hashtag like in Python. But that's not what we use at all. So let's go and actually do something. So in PHP, there are 3 or 4, like, yeah, we have 4 basic types. First is integer, that's just a number. We can echo it, and we will see the number. So it's basically just a number. It's called int or integer. If we want floating point numbers, which are basically not whole numbers, we can use yeah, I know I wanted to do it on Discord, but yeah, okay, you can connect to Replit Discord and ask there, or ask here in the chat. I will try to answer your questions. So we can also have not whole numbers. So if we do 10.56, it's just like so. It's not recommended to use it because math with this don't work really well. There are also Boolean types, true and false, which basically are just values with 1 and 0. If we try to print it, it will print 1 and nothing, because that's how PHP works. And then strings. As I said, we have 2 ways of writing strings, and they work different, but in this case, it doesn't matter. In this case, it will work the same. However, I will then try to explain what are those for. Yeah. There's also a third way, but I won't cover it right now. So now let's talk about operators. In PHP, obviously, like in any language, we can do math. So if we do 1 plus 1 plus 2, it will output us 3. And what's exactly happening here? This thing is called, I always forgot the word. This is expression. So echo is basically statement. It says, like, this is very abstract. However, this thing is expression. The expression evaluates, and then the echo gets the output of the expression and outputs it. So this expression right here returns 3, so it will output 3. And this is really important concept. So yeah, we can do regular math. It will automatically convert the numbers. And there's also this modulo operator, which basically divides the number and returns the rest of the division. So if we divide 5 by 2, it returns 1 because 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. This is like, so it returns the rest of whole number division. So now, how about adding two strings? If we do this, it will automatically convert our type into integer. This is thing that is problematic in some languages because it will treat it as string and simply combine it. If we want to combine it, we will use dot. Dot is similar to plus. However, it adds two strings like so. So we can see it's 12. But if we use plus, it will try to convert it. Another thing is that if we put something weird, which is not integer, it will throw warning. So yeah. What else? Yeah, and another thing is that if we use echo and some string, and then edit number, this must be in brackets because otherwise it will be treated as float. However, this will convert the one into a character, which will then be added into the string. Yeah. So what's next? Next we have variables, and this is where PHP starts to be different. Most languages have variables named like regular strings, like it's just characters. In PHP, every variable starts with $sign. This is pretty handy in some situations, but it's mostly because from how it was in first version, and it just stayed because it made sense. If you want to explain how it looked in the first version, I can, but it's just not that cool. So, as I said, variables have to start with $. I'm unable to see screen, it's not clear. Okay. Is it better? Okay, so now when I want to create a variable, for example, name, I can give it any value, for example, Michael. So now I created variable, and this is not equals. Read this as a sign, not as equal. So if we read this, it's variable name, assign Michael. Okay, string Michael. So at this point we have variable Michael, and if we want to use the variable, we just use it with $sign. So at this, yeah, we just see Michael. So what's next? So these are basic variables. The variable contains the same as the value in it. Acts the same as the value in it. So if I do name dot, or no, if I do hello hello dot dollar name. Oh, that dollar name. It will output hello Michael instead of just Michael, because it treats it as the value of the variable. So we can use regular operators. However, what if we, for example, have some variable with some count, and we want to add 1 to that count? Well, we are not able to do something like this. Well, we are. However, this will do nothing, because if we now echo the count, yeah, nice. So it will still be 10. And that is because this doesn't assign anything. This is just expression that adds 1 to count. However, it doesn't change the variable. So the real way of doing it is like this. To count, we have to add count plus 1. And this is just, and it's gonna work actually. And yeah, it works. However, it's long. So there is there is better way of doing it. Count plus equals 1. But if we are using only 1, you can just use count plus plus. Yeah. So, and this trick with plus equals works for every other operator, including dot. So these are just basic operators. Another really cool thing is string interpolation. This sounds really weird or like really technical, but actually it's pretty simple. If we have variable here, we have two ways of adding it inside of string. So, man, this is weird. So if we do like count is count, this is gonna work actually. Yeah, but there is better way of doing it that is much more readable or like less painful. So what we do, count $count. We can add variables right into the strings because we are using dollars. PHP is gonna know that this is variable because it starts with dollar. But yeah, it's actually recommended to use it like this because yeah, it is just recommended. And in here we can also call functions and stuff. If we want to unset variable for like completely delete it, there is literally keyword for it. It's called unset. It's not function, it's keyword. Now if I try to echo count, wait, what? That's weird. This should throw error actually. Weird. But as we can see, nothing printed, so yeah, it unset the variable. I'm really fast, I think, so if you have any questions, ask. Okay. So so now let's talk about comparing. There are comparing operators, which basically compare two values. These are just expressions, so they return true, and these expressions return true or false. So if I do echo count is less than I don't know 50, it will return 1 because it's true. So it returns 1. It's yeah. We can compare if it's 50. This will do nothing, yeah, because it's false. Another thing is that if we add 10, yeah, it will be 1. However, if we put string 10, it will still be 1, which may lead to some problems. So there is this. It's triple equals. Yeah, you can ask. That's weird. I don't know what is Python Day 3. That's some kind of tutorial on Python, or okay, I'm gonna continue. So if we use this triple equal and compare it with 10, it will be nothing. This will be false. I know it's kind of abstract because PHP is treating false while outputting as nothing, but yeah, I think maybe we can do print R, which is basically debugging tool for printing. Okay, we can't do it. Yeah, you can ask me probably, but I'm here to explain PHP, so you can ask on Replit Discord. I will send you a link. I think there will be time and people to answer it. So yeah, but if you explain your problem, I can answer it here. However, yeah, on the Discord will be better because I'm going to explain PHP now. So I'm just using var_dump, which is like echo, but it shows me the type and the actual value. So in this case, we can see it's false. If we put like regular equals, it's true. So we can compare. It's like in any other language. We can also compare it. It's not equal, which in this case will be false. However, we are still comparing given types. So, or like if we compare even types, it will be like this. So it will be true because it's not equal even by type. I'm not sure if this is great explanation, but basically the free equal sign operator compares even the type. There's another way of negation, or like, what's the word for it? Negating, I don't know. This right here was false, but if we use this exclamation mark, it will false become true and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So way better example would probably be not false, which is true, and not true, which is false. Yeah. So this is basically comparing. We can compare like in another language. I don't think it's necessary to show you every single operator because there is source for learning I'm working on. It's currently only in Markdown. However, it basically contains PHP tutorial. It's unfinished. However, all the info here is in this tutorial. I'm gonna put it in the description actually even. This is weird. Okay, never mind. So let's move on to conditions. So we've already covered comparing, and now let's use it somehow. There is this structure called if. If will contain some expression and code block. The code block will evaluate if the expression is true. In this case, it's false, so this will never happen. Oh, yeah, because I forgot a semicolon, but this will never happen. If we put true, it will output hello every time. So if the expression here is condition, which we covered a few minutes ago, we can use it for actually creating, for deciding stuff. So let's say that if the count is less than 50, it will print hello. Okay, if we change the count to 60, it won't print it. The brackets here are actually redundant. You don't have to use them because we are having only one statement. However, standard is to use them every time like this. It's better because if you, for example, add another statement and you forget to add the brackets, it may it may be dangerous. So now but what if we want to do something when this is false, like in the in the other case? So for this there is else. So oh. So if it's less than 50, it will print hello. Otherwise, it will print hi. So in this case, it will be hi. If we change it back to 40 or anything that is or anything that is under 50, it will print hello. So now there are some cases in which okay, let's imagine we have variable a, or yeah, we have variable a which contains number, and we have variable b which we want it to be filled with some string. So b will be so yeah, I'm gonna write, so no, so b b will have foo if a is 1, otherwise bar. So, and to implement it, we can do it like I've explained previously. So if a equals 1, lar b equals foo, otherwise lar b equals bar. However, we can shrink this whole code into one line. I'm going to show you how. So for this, there is this thing called ternary operator, which basically has 3 expressions. The first expression is the condition. So if the a is 1, then equal, we want it to return foo, and otherwise bar. And this whole ternary operator will return foo or bar. Foo if a equals 1, otherwise bar. And this will be assigned to $b. Okay, so we've shrank the whole code onto one line. So now what if we need more arms? So let's say that variable a actually contains some name. So let's rename it to name. And we want to print text editor of the user. So if the name is Michael, we will echo Replit, because I'm using Replit at the moment. If it will be, for example, I don't know. Okay, this is really bad example. So let's stick with the numbers, okay? So if a or like this is okay, no. So if a is 1, it will echo foo. If a will be 2, it will echo bar. Otherwise, it will echo buzz. Okay. So this is gonna work as expected. It will print foo bar or bus. However, this again produces a lot of boilerplate, which is basically repetitive code. So to shrink this, we can use switch, which basically exits the whole application, and echo not valid number. So we have to do the same thing with the second number. Hello, Hugo. So now we have the numbers, and now we just have to compose the actual calculations. So if the operator is plus, we will echo first plus second. We know it's numeric, so we can just use it like this. So yeah. And we will support minus. We will support division, and we will support multiplying. So yeah, this is basically calculator we've implemented. We can do 1 plus 2, and it will output 3. It works. However, there are some problems. I hope you will be able to see it. So the first problem is that we basically do the same thing twice. So yeah, as you can see. So let's introduce function which loads number. So load number. And this function will basically just return integer. So integer or not. Oh, okay, no, not now. So how to make it correctly? This okay, so it will read the number, then if the number is not numeric, we will die. It's not like best solution, however, it works. Oh no, okay, there's a better way. I have a better idea. So let's introduce do loop. I forgot to say about it, but that's basically while. However, the condition is executed after the code block. So yeah, do while, and now is numeric number, and return number. Okay, I'm not sure if I should use semicolon, but so $first will be load number. And what is this gonna do? That it will try to load number. If it's not number, it will try to load number. If it's number, oh wait, well, it isn't numeric, yeah. So if it's not number, it will try to load it again. If it's number, it will return the number. Yeah, easy. So, or like, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, so first, second, load number, and we've just reduced the code a bit, and yeah. So what's next? And now it will be great to, yeah, I forgot default. Echo invalid operator. Yeah, that will work. So what's next? How do we reduce this? I don't think it's easily possible because we can use anonymous functions, but okay, let's introduce anonymous functions. I forgot to talk about them. However, anonymous function is basically a function that doesn't have name, and it can be stored in variable. So if we create array actions, and this array will be indexed by the operation. So if it's plus, it will return function. This is how you create anonymous function. There are two ways, but this is better for this situation. So int $first and $second. And this will basically, yeah, it's already here. Yeah, I'm not sure if this stream have that much vibe too. We are actually learning PHP and I'm not sure if I'm learning it correctly. So yeah. However, we basically create bunch of functions which do the work for us. What's the point is like, so yeah, I'm gonna explain what's going on right here. So we basically created array with keys, and each key returns function. This function takes argument and returns addition. This is basically syntax sugar for regular functions. It's anonymous, we can call it by name. So it basically returns first plus second, and so on. So we've reduced it a little bit. So now we just do $actions, $operator, $first, $second, and we will echo it. What's wrong? Yeah. So yeah, we enter number 10 plus 20 and we get 30. It works, it's smaller, and yeah, we've reduced our calculator. However, if I use some bad operator, it will throw weird error. So way better solution is to check right here if the operator exists. So let's just continue using the while loop. Do while or like is set operator, no, actions operator. So what does is set do? It basically checks whenever the variable exists, and it checks whenever actions indexed by operator exists. That's what it does. We have to move it because if it will be down, we won't be able to use it, basically. Yeah. This is weird. Yeah. Okay, I forgot to put the plus 10 plus 10, 20. Okay, so this is basically calculator. We've shrunk it to 29 lines. I'm not sure if it's longer or smaller. That would be fun if after this optimization it will be actually longer. Let's see how long it actually was. This may be a bad idea to kill it. Why is PHP rubbish? Tell me reasons why is PHP rubbish. I want to know. Because I see that most people hate PHP even though they've never used it. Okay, we've shrunk it about like 10 lines. Good. So why is PHP rubbish? Okay, you've just left. Thank you. Okay, so I think that should be all, I guess. Like, this is the concepts of PHP, and next month we will learn Lemon framework. So yeah, the stream will be saved. However, I'm not sure if it's worth saving. I will save it, but it's not great. I think, like, we will see. I'm not happy how I talked, but yeah, it will be saved. Okay, goodbye.